Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
Fish on, fish on, fish on, fish on. Whoa. Look at this little stone hut in the mountains. Now then, and welcome back to another episode of Adventure Fishing UK. We've got a special one for you today, and the reason is this is the 10,000 subscriber special. So what the plan was going to be today was I was going to hit this lake down here, a nice flat easy lake, but we got here and remembered that once I came on a walk right up into these mountains, and I'll show you them now, and I saw a lot of trout rising, what I think was trout anyway. It could have been air escaping under the water in this tiny little mountain lake. It's more of a pond than a lake, to be honest, because I wasn't planning on this. I've not brought my fly rod, so we're going to be on small spinners and stuff, and it's not even guaranteed there's going to be fish up there. So we're going to hit this place, maybe a few places on the way home, but yeah, it's a real roll of the dice, this one. It's going to be an exhausting walk up there, but I hope you enjoy. We'll get back to the drive here now, zoom back in time a little bit because it was a lovely road down to get here. We'll get started, we'll keep walking, and then we'll get fishing. If you do enjoy this video, remember to hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate everyone that does that. You are what makes this channel tick, so thank you very much, and I'll catch you up the mountain. So in the rather last minute decision, this is the route we've decided to take. Up on top to that bobbly mountain there, right the way around that ridge to a tiny little mountain lake. Hardly even a lake really, just up there, and probably back down through the middle. Joined today by my lovely girlfriend Georgia over there. Starting to get a bit of a clearer picture of where we're walking now. Up onto that ridge, then round, and then just over that peak in the middle. I believe that's where we're going to find our tiny little lake. Now I'm hoping there's going to be a bit of a mountain breeze when we get up there, because for now I am absolutely roasting. The sweat is dripping, but you got to put the effort in to get the reward, haven't you? At least that's the aim. Well, we're about halfway up the first peak, and I thought I'd take the opportunity to quickly show you my setup. So for this I'm using the Rigged and Ready RR1000 fixed spool spinning reel. And we have that on top of the almighty Rigged and Ready Fish Rig 180. This is a semi-telescopic, really perfect for this place. Now you'll see that lure on the end. That's by no means what I'm using today. That's just what was on from last trip. If you are looking for a travel rod, I'd highly recommend you check Rigged and Ready out, especially the Fish Rig 180. And you can get 10% off using discount code AFUK10. So we've just got up a quite steep hill and it's flattened off a bit, but then that is going to be very steep. Now, to an extent, I may have massively underestimated how difficult this walk was going to be, but look at these views around me. So this walk is just false peak after false peak, but I'm fairly sure that that is the final call before we head on round the horseshoe and down to the lake. So we are at the top. There's a couple of lakes up here. I have fished before and I don't believe there's any fishing, so we're just gonna skip by those for today. Look at this for a view. That's the lake down there on the left that I have fished before, with no joy. Didn't even see a fish rise or anything, so we're just going to skip straight past there and move on to the next one. But this has been a tough walk. Now this here could well be the best and greatest view I've ever seen. Obviously the camera doesn't quite do it justice, but just look at how beautiful this place is. Just stopping for a quick ham and cheese wrap, then we're a short walk from the next lake, and I'll meet you there. First look at the lake, and I have to say I am feeling quite doubtful. Just look at how small this is. But I suppose some fish can live in some incredible places. The fish in here, if there are any, are not going to be big at all, so the nerves are high, the adrenaline's high. Let's get fishing. So first cast, we have actually seen some fish rising. So we're going to have to be very quiet. I'm just getting ready for Georgia to get her up. Ready? You ready, Georgia? Let's go. Come on. What an experience it'd be to catch a fish up here. This is a lot shallower and a lot smaller of a lake than I thought it was, but we have seen some fish rising, although they have been tiny. They're very, very tuned into some flies by the looks of things. Makes me wish I'd brought my X5 or a fly rod, but didn't know I was coming up here. This is a spontaneous little trip. Oh, I had a bite then. I had a full-on bite. First bite. Can't believe that. That didn't actually feel like too small of a fish either. I've only been fishing about 5 minutes. They are rising everywhere now. So we have actually both just had a bite, which is quite incredible considering how fast it happened. But since the rises have stopped, and I'm thinking maybe they've spooked off. I don't know, maybe I'll need a bit longer of a leader. They might have seen my braid or something, but I'm confident for today. Right, here we go. First cast of the little white crankbait and a slightly longer fluorocarbon leader. Fish on, fish on. Please, will you get the net? It's not a bad size one either. Come on. Don't let me down here. Oh no! Oh, it's on. Yes, quick. Look at that for a mountain trout. Absolutely beautiful fish. Look at the markings on it as well. I am so unbelievably happy with that. Let's get it back. Right, let's see if we can get another. Unbelievable scenes. It's possible I thought that fish had come off at one point, but it must have just been... Maybe it did, maybe it went for it again, I doubt it, but... Also maybe it just swam towards us with a bit of speed.
Oh, fly roll, George.
I decided to change my direction of cast just during the moment. So Georgie gets the fishing hotspot now for a while. I'm going to come and explore this little bit over here and get a couple of casts into this slightly shallower, less vegetated area. Oh, I had a good bite then. Oh, I had a really good bite then. Just missed it. Now this is a little white crankbait I had when I caught that fish. I'm not even sure where I got this. It's got a good rattle. I think I might have got it in like a lure bundle or something, but it's got a great action. And I have seen no bait fish at all really. So I think that's why one of the reasons why we're struggling is because these fish aren't eating any minnows or anything, because to me it doesn't look like there is any. But they're just always super turned on to the fly, so I found that I'm getting a few of my hits just as it lands too, so I might need to switch tactics and start trying to use this as if it were a bug rather than a bait fish, which is going to be somewhat of a challenge. Oh, actually I need to go back and crush these barbs. If you fish in a place like this, make sure you always crush your barbs. So this is my tactic, a Salmo lil bug, which is actually quite a lot too big for this water I'm fishing, but look at that, that's an interesting looking thing. Oh. Oh, I just had a swirl then. Just had a swirl right around it. As if this plan's actually somewhat worked. Now while I'm here, I will say a few words about sustainability. If you come up to this place or places like this, then please make sure you treat the fish with respect. And what I mean by there is use barbless hooks. Single if possible, but barbless hooks is the important thing there. Also, when you unhook your trout, make sure your hand is really wet. Unhook it either over the water in the net or over a wet net on soft ground and get it back in as quickly as you can. Just downsize slightly to a floating wish crankbait. A little orange one, about half the size of that. Slightly smaller hook. And I'm gonna have to fish it like a dry fly, I think. And that's probably my best chance. I know that sounds stupid, fish it like a dry fly, but I genuinely think that that's what it's going to take to catch another fish today. Did you see that? On the surface. Oh, it's gone for it then. Straight away as it landed. Fish on, fish on, fish on, fish on. What? Over by you. Whoa. As if that worked. As if that worked. Quick, Georgia. Quick. Oh, this is bigger than the last one. Oh, as if that plan worked. Yes. Yes. Georgia, that is what you call good angling. Now look at that for a beautiful trout. Look at the colours. I've never seen a trout with spots that big before. Wasn't easy catching it, but let's get this fish back. Look at that. I am speechless. I don't even... Oh my days. Straight under that rock. Well, have you ever seen fishing like that? That was a very unusual way to go about catching a fish, but it actually worked and I can't believe it. That was such a lovely fish. I'm lost for words at this trip, to be honest. I know I've not got the most trout I've ever caught, but what a place. What a fish and what a method. How to fish a floating crankbait like a dry fly. Now, just to offer you all a very quick tutorial on how that works. Cast it out, wind it in so you've just got tension, and then wait. Wait until the ring around the lure sort of disappears, and then just twitch it in a few times, and just wait. And then when you feel like there's no opportunity, reel in and go again, because they're attracted to the splash on the water, as long as it's not too big of a splash. Another hit then, straight as it landed. Oh, that was a good hit. I really hope you've enjoyed this. There's going to be plenty more where this came from on the channel too. I'm really going to go hard on the Lake District tarns, I think, and maybe a few other slightly different, slightly unique places. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, join the journey, join the Adventure Fishing UK journey, and come along for the ride, because I'm having so much fun bringing all these videos to you, and I really appreciate every single person that's helped make the channel what it is today, and that includes likes, comments, or even just watching the video. It does mean the world to me, and I owe you all a lot for that. So expect a lot more good videos soon, and I'll catch you down the road. We're on our way down, and the one final thing I wanted to show you was this cute little mountain bothy. Look at this view. We are way up in the mountains. Might well be people inside, but we'll see if I can take a look. This is a little outdoor area here. Little chimney. And look at that tiny little door. So this is the inside of a mountain bothy. You got a few pans, your essentials, a few bits and bobs. We'll have a look out the window in a minute. Sleeping arrangements. Then the star of the show is the view in this window. If you'd like to see me come back here, fishing trip and camp over in this little stone house, let me know because I might just do that.